Thanks for joining us on the newsroom on TV360 Nigeria. The preferred candidates of Ibikunle Amosu, Governor of Ogun State, Abiodun Akinlade, for the 2019 governorship election has defected from the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) to the Allied People's Movement (APM). 3 other members of the lower legislative chamber moved to other parties. They are Rabiu Kaugama from Jigawa, who moved from the People's Democratic Party to the Social Democratic Party (SDP), Salisu Koko from Kebbi State, who also joined APC but from SDP, and Mohammed Ajana from Kogi, who defected from APC to the PDP. The National Industrial Court Abuja has adjourned hearing of counterclaim and other pending applications filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and 2 other defendants until January 30, 2019. The suit instituted by the suspended Director General of SEC, Moni Guazo, is challenging his suspension before the court. The World Bank expects Nigeria's economy to grow slightly less than 2% this year, largely driven by the non-oil industry and services sectors as the approach of elections keep foreign investors away. GDP grew by 0.83% last year, and that's after shrinking by 1.58% in 2016, its first annual contraction in 25 years. For this year, Nigeria's central bank is projecting growth of 1.75%. Ukraine's infrastructure minister Volodymyr Omlyan says 2 Ukrainian Azov seaports, Bredensk and Mariupol, are effectively under blockade by Russia as vessels are being barred from leaving and entering. He alleges 35 vessels have been prevented from carrying out normal operations, and only vessels moving towards Russian ports on the Azov Sea are permitted entry. The United States and the European Union have both imposed sanctions on Russia over its conduct towards Ukraine since 2014, when Moscow seized Crimea after a pro-Russian leader was toppled in Kiev. German Chancellor Angela Merkel has stressed that there is no military solution after Ukraine's leader urged NATO to send ships to the Sea of Azov. Merkel said the crisis was entirely the doing of the Russian president. However, she said that issues like this can only be resolved by sensible dialogue. The Frankfurt headquarters of Deutsche Bank have been raided by prosecutors in a money laundering investigation. Germany's public prosecutor alleged that 2 staff members have helped clients launder money from criminal activities. Police cars were seen outside the tower blocks that house the headquarters of Germany's biggest bank. About 200 stores have been destroyed by a huge fire which ripped through a market in Cameroon's main English-speaking city, Bamenda. The cause of the fire at the food market is still unclear, and the government blamed the fire at the market last year on separatists demanding independence for Cameroon's English-speaking regions. Nigeria's Super Eagles maintained their 44th position but dropped to 4 in Africa in the latest FIFA World Ranking released on Thursday. Ghana Roar's men were held to a 1-1 draw by the Bafana Bafana of South Africa in a 2019 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying fixture at the FNB Stadium, Johannesburg, and also played out a 0-0 draw in a friendly fixture against Cranes of Uganda in the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba. The Confederation of African Football will discuss the staging of the 2019 African Cup of Nations following reports that host nation Cameroon's preparations were in difficulties. The executive committee met in the Ghanaian capital Accra on the sidelines of the African Women's Cup of Nations tournament on Friday. And that's the world update on the newsroom on TV360 Nigeria. Thanks for watching.